Do you find yourself randomly going on Instagram right after closing it? Or reaching for that chocolate bar while watching YouTube, even though you said you will leave it for tomorrow? These things happen automatically, don't they? Hi guys, I am Manjoman, future physiotherapist and a young man on grind. The main theme of this video is that you have control over these negative things in your life, such as scrolling on social media, porn, junk food, and all that bad stuff. The thing is, you need to start taking responsibility for your actions, and don't deny it, because at first you'll probably disagree and you might say that, modern world is so bad, we have these big companies that make this processed food and try to make you as addicted as possible to their apps. Yeah, but they have this negative effect on everyone, right? Yet there are still people that have success. So what's the problem? Or look, how do you expect to go through your life? Do you want others to take action for you? Do you want others to decide how your life will look like? That's why taking responsibility is so important. And again, you might say that there are these mad scientists that make these, algorithms that try to make you stay on their app as long as possible. Yeah, alright, but remember that ultimately it's you who take the decision, right? Will you have all these cravings to scroll? Yes. Is it their fault? Did they make you addicted on purpose? Probably, but yeah, it's the end, it's you who should be in charge of your life. There is this Andrew Tate clip where he talks about everything being your fault and that, you take responsibility for whatever happens in your life. You might like him or not, but for me, this one is absolutely true. Alright, so how do you actually deal with it? I would say that the first step on your way to regain control over your life is taking responsibility. And to be honest, I would take it to the extreme. As Andrew Tate said, I would start taking responsibility for whatever happens in my day-to-day life. I would start blaming everything on myself. Because if you think about it, you might start noticing that there are so many situations where you can take responsibility for what just happened. For example, if you are late for the bus, you can blame the bus driver, you can say that he is an asshole, that he, shut the door in front of your face and just cruised away. But in reality, it's probably your fault because you went out of your home slightly too late, or, you didn't do your best, you didn't sprint fast enough, and that's why you were late. It's not his fault, it's yours. I mean, at least that's how I look at it. And you might say that it's too much, that you might have too much responsibility when you start looking at everything this way. To be honest, I think that I'd rather have too much responsibility on myself instead of, complaining about everything like a baby. I hope that by now you get my idea. Now let's focus on the thing that I mentioned at the start of the video. I said that sometimes these bad habits happen automatically, right? You reach for the sweets again, or you go on TikTok and spend another 30 minutes scrolling. It basically happens because your brain goes throughout the day on auto mode, and that's why before you know it, you did some bad habit again. And probably the easiest and the fastest way to improve your mental clarity, because that's what we are lacking, right? We do these bad habits because we don't really realize that we are doing them. We realize just after we've done them. So the easiest and the fastest way to improve it is through meditation. And before you click off this video, because it's the same answer again, just listen to my story. So I started meditating 2 years ago, also when I started watching Hamza. And at first it was this vague topic for me that I didn't really understand, but I was like, okay, let's try it. So I sat on the floor, I set my mini band timer for 3 minutes, and I was like, okay, now what? I close my eyes and I'm supposed to have this clear mind. So, okay, I'm sitting here, okay, no thoughts, and then boom, I start thinking about Clash Royale. So I'm like, damn, okay, let's get back to this. I see it again, okay, clear mind, no thoughts, but then I start thinking about something again. And at start it was really frustrating because I didn't really understand this concept. So after 3 days I was like, okay, this stuff doesn't work, I will never meditate again. But at that time I was watching a lot of Hamza videos and he kept mentioning meditating in almost every single one. So I was like, okay, let me try this again. This one with Medito app, which is really useful for beginners. You have these voice guided meditations. It also explains just the concept of meditation really well. So yeah, I tried this, but this time I had no consistency. You know, I was meditating back and forth for a few days, then for like a week, no meditating. But yeah, then I basically felt all self-improvement for several months. You might have noticed it on this channel because like this video I actually record like almost 1 year after the last one. So yeah, but I got back onto it and I started meditating. And well, what can I say? Now I meditate almost every morning for at least 5 minutes. And trust me when I say this shit really works. So like at first you might also not understand how it works, how it should look like. But if there is one thing that you take out from this video is that I want you to get more interested into meditating because as I said, it really works and it's really worth getting into it. At first, watch a few videos. You can also download the Medito app. As I said, it's really great for beginners. And at first, it takes a lot of humbleness. Humbleness, is that the word? I don't know, but at first it will be like, as I said, after a few minutes you will be bored with it. It will be like, you know, you will say that it will not work, but if you keep doing it after a few weeks, after a month, it will help you more than you would ever expect. So yeah, I think that's it. I hope I helped you with this video, and well, I will see you all next time.